Requiescat in pace.
Alright, welcome back. And thank you all for joining for another Assassin's Creed stream. Today we are going to do a shorter session of part number 3 of our Noha challenge. And yeah, we're gonna be diving into Acre for assassination number 6. We're actually going for William of Montferrat, I think is our next target. And yeah. Also Harbinger, Stanley, also Amateur, welcome in. Hope you guys are doing well today. Respect this game, but boy, you don't love it. I mean, it's a tough one. Definitely can be. It's quite unforgiving at times, and also definitely one of those games that gets better, I think, the more you play it. Quite difficult for newcomers, I think, to get a hold of all the mechanics and how everything works. I think AC2, for instance, was much more forgiving in that regard, like much easier to get into. iconic shot. Actually replicated that shot in Valhalla with Hytham trying to perform an air assassination, but ultimately failing. Classic social stealth blending. It's kinda cool because you can spot Altair in every actually shot there. Even if he seemingly disappears, he's just hiding really well. And you can still spot him. You played 2 back in the 6th grade, when you played this after, was impressed to say the least. Yeah. It's understandable, because AC2 definitely fixed most of the issues people had with the first game. I mean, the first game really was like a proof of concept more than anything, and I think it definitely proved itself for sure. But AC2 is kind of like the perfect sequel, because it really like elevated the franchise, I guess, the series, but also kind of like fixed the mistakes, I guess, you had in the first game. Like some issues with the controlling, or like how some mechanics worked, you know, are like much smoother and refined, I guess. And yeah, would be like tricky to go back to AC1 after having played that, you know, gotten used to all of those kind of like improvements. But yeah, as I mentioned, this is not gonna be a super long stream today. I was actually quite busy this day, so I'm gonna be going for about 2 to 3 hours total. More leaning towards the 3-hour mark there. And yeah, we're gonna try to do at least this target, if not only also the second one. But I think after this kill, we're actually gonna have like a more extensive modern day segment again, so that's also gonna take some time, and also wanna take my time, of course, to read up on other things. But yeah, back in Akka, and we can basically talk to Rafik and start the investigation.
Rafik.
Word has spread of your deeds, Altair. It seems you are sincere in your desire to redeem yourself.
I do what I can.
And sometimes you do it well. I assume it is work that reunites us?
Yes. William of Montferrat is my target. What can you tell me of the man himself?
William has been named regent while the king conducts his war. The people see it as a strange choice given the history between Richard and William's son Conrad. But I think Richard rather clever for it.
Clever how?
Richard and Conrad do not see eye to eye on most matters. Though they are civil enough in public, there are whispers that each intends evil upon the other. And then, there was that business with Akkar's captured Saracens. In its wake, Conrad has returned to Tyre, and Richard has compelled William to remain here as his guest.
You mean his hostage?
Whatever you wish to call it, William's presence here should dissuade Conrad from acting out.
I've never been one for politics.
But surely you realize your every action shapes the course of this land's future. You are a politician too, in your own way.
As you wish. Now where would you suggest I begin my search?
Richard's Citadel, southwest of here. Or rather, the market in front of it. You'll find the Cathedral of the Holy Cross in that direction as well. It's a popular place and should be filled with talkative citizens. Finally, try the border to the west, where the Chain and Hospitaller districts meet. That should start you on your way.
Very well. I won't disturb you further.
It's no trouble at all.
I quite like this Rafik, actually.
Citizen!
Citizen? Yeah, that's actually one I clipped just now, so we can record it. For my serious playthrough this year, I wanna like record literally every citizen we hear in the Assassin's Creed series, and then make that part of the sound bit. So hey there, Eline, welcome in. This can be a little stream game we can play. Citizen spotting game. Very true. Yeah, if you guys hear one and I miss it, definitely point it out to me because I do want to record all of those. Citizens in Mirage are also quite good. Very true. Yeah, there's this one kind of like town crier who lost to, or Herald I should say. Lost to begin with. Citizens. And that's also clipped actually, so I can record that too. Hey Fafia, welcome in, good morning. It's a pretty late start for me today, so you're actually quite early.
Is there a reason for him to do that?
Be not afraid. This will teach you nothing. Are the weapons of our enemies. Do not listen to their lies. Stand firm. Poisonous words. Do not give up. Without our support, Richard and his men cannot hope to free the Holy Land. We must.
Alright, so looking for anything that might be of interest to us here. Like a unique conversation.
Provide aid to the wounded.
Or kind of like interesting looking NPCs or something.
You dirty thief! I'll have your hands for that.
Or citizens that need to be saved.
Help me! Somebody help me! Why is he doing that?
Be gone, monk.
Let go of me! I've
Teach
done
you
nothing
nothing.
wrong!
Samantha.
You'll die for that. Get away!
Fair enough, viewer. I mean, that's definitely one thing to stand out, I guess, if stuff like that happens.
Be gone!
Kinda reminds me of Valhalla when you do the chain assassination and the X like always goes in a curve exactly on the head of the enemy, following them everywhere. Which can be a bit awful sometimes, because sometimes the enemy might move and the X just follows him and then like hits the wall instead and ends up still detecting you. Oh, Templar, isn't it? The guy with the, this one. Ah, wasn't a Templar. Looked like one, wo? It's so funny how you can just like assassinate and assassinate, depending on the state of the enemy. I think that's enough innocent life lost in favor of one. Yeah, I mean, this game is oozing with realism, isn't it? Leap of Faith especially, I think, is a thing everyone can really pull off if they just believe in themselves, you know. That's all that's needed. You need to have conviction of your actions, and then it's like totally realistic.
How you doing it? Why is he doing that?
What in God's name is he doing?
What's he getting?
What a strange man.
What a strange man.
Is there a reason for his nonsense?
And all of these NPC quotes are just so damn memeable. I mean, at this point they already are memes, I guess, but yeah.
No one's going to help you.
He must not be of sound.
Help! I need help! Please! Anyone!
Another citizen.
Don't try to run, old man. There's nowhere to go. Stop this.
Ava Rains, welcome in.
What was that you called?
Must be drunken wager or something. He must be late. And she must be beautiful.
Please, can't you spare something? I'm poor and sick and hungry.
That one as well. Ava Rod, welcome in.
Need money, sir. I'm poor and sick and hungry. No, please, don't leave like this. Just a few coins, please. I need food. I'm so hungry. Just a little money, I beg of you. Please, sir, have any money? My family's sick and dying. Could you spare a few coins? A few coins. All I ask for is but a few coins. No, you don't understand. I'm poor, sir. I need the money. I beg of you, sir. I beg of you.
She never stops.
Coins, please.
Does he really have a reason?
I'm doing well, thank you, Rod. Yeah, having a decent day. Was kinda busy today, so I had like almost no time until just recently when I started the stream. But yeah, good to be playing some more AC1 today. Gonna be short one overall, but yeah, looking forward to get hold of William of Montferrat, which is gonna be target number 6. And yeah, maybe even start also investigations on target number 7.
But I need money, sir.
That's definitely going good. How about you? How are you today?
Please, sir, have any money?
Changes nothing.
He should stop acting.
Yeah, I guess. I think honestly you can post a link, Stan. At least you can try. I think it should work. Yeah, it worked.
A few coins. All I ask for is but a few coins. My family's sick and dying. Could you spare
My phone is just loading forever. Affafino.
just a little money? I beg of you.
Now that's something we need to record and make it a sound bit.
No, please, don't leave like this. Just a few coins, please.
Did episode 3 of Alan Wake for your first stream and did about half of 4 in your second. Oh yeah,
My family's sick and dying.
that sounds very good. Sounds like you made some good progress in those 2 streams. Very nice. So, how many episodes did Alan Wake have again? Was it like 5 total?
What the hell is he doing?
Maybe you have to record that for us then, and we can make it a sound bit.
No, just a little money. I beg of you. My family's sick and dying. Could you spare a few coins?
No, I can't. Stop asking me. It's unbecoming. Ah, okay, gotcha. So it's 6 plus the 2 DLC ones. That reminds me, I still haven't played the DLC for Alan Wake, which I guess I definitely could do at some point. I'll take a break after finishing the main story for the game, but yeah, it would be cool to get into that because I do have the how that was called. Pearl Unbecoming. Detroit Unbecome Pearl.
Assassin! Kill him! Stop him!
No, don't.
Have any money?
yeah, I've really enjoyed the overall story of Alan Wake. I think it was written like really interesting. Like always making me like think, okay, what's like really happening right now in the story. So I do look forward to playing, you know, more of that. I guess it's also kind of like a certain writing style I like to go for, like as a studio. Because Control was also kind of like what really happened, you know, kind of like story. And like constantly questioning reality.
No, please, don't be like that. Just a few coins, please.
You'll find everything here, my friend. There's nothing I don't have. Vous obéissons, Seigneur. Le seul, l'unique.
You're hurting me. Don't try to run, old man. There's nowhere to go.
Tu as un problème?
And so he punishes
Diebstahl wird mit dem Tode bestraft. German of the Teutonic Knights is always so funny in this game.
people. We came in peace to the Holy Land to spread the message of our
First
Lord,
investigation.
but they turned away. They refused to accept him as their savior. These men
An Informer challenge.
evil in their hearts. And so blessed Richard, king and savior,
Yeah, definitely. I thought it was really cool to have like the manuscript written in a kind of like different manner than the actual game. And then like having also like more insight into you know, some of the events, but also like what's as you say, like characters are thinking. I think was really cool.
No, you
God
don't
watches
understand.
over
That's
you.
for us,
It is
sir.
his hand that guides our warriors to victory. First in Acre, soon in Jaffa.
It's a amazing song right there, Rod.
We've turned away from
Safety and peace, brother.
And so
Although it
he
seems I'll be receiving neither.
sends forth
Serves me right, I suppose.
warriors to
Got a bit careless and now William sent his bowmen after me. I deal with them myself, but to be honest, I lack the skill. Would you be willing to seek them out and kill them? I might have something useful for you, were you to accept. But be careful not to let them see you.
repent. Lay down before him and confess your sins.
Yeah, I have a feeling about where the archers are.
His nature.
No,
And
please,
beg
don't leave like
forgiveness
this.
we
Just
must,
a few
for
coins,
only when
please.
our hearts and minds are cleansed can victory be assured. Be strong, stand firm. Do not give up. Richard and
Okay, number one. I think it's this direction. Because the other guy is marked in red, which means he's not part of my mission objective. Only if I'm marked in golden. Oh, fuck.
Stop him!
I didn't see him. Oh, it's a disadvantage of not having a minimap, right? Because I literally didn't see him walking rooftops. Good to know, so that's where the next guy is.
No, you don't understand. I'm poor, sir. I need the money.
A plague upon his people. We came in peace to the Holy Land to spread the message of our Lord, but they turned away. They refused to accept him as their savior. These men hold
I beg of you,
evil
just
in in their hearts. And so blessed Richard and Savior now stands against them, defending us from their wicked ways. Stay strong, citizens.
That's definitely understandable, Rod. I don't blame you. You know, like, I feel like the story is definitely something special in this game.
God watches over you.
And it's not really something you just play casually, I don't think, like AC1. You know, I think it's definitely something that requires a bit of dedication, both in like following the story and the writing and the conflicts they're talking about. But also kind of like, you know, the gameplay as well does require some dedication. I guess is a good word. I mean, maybe not quite as much when, you know, somebody has played as many times as we have, but yeah. Also, Red Ginger Cat, thank you so much for the raid. How's it going? How was House Flipper today? And yeah, welcome into some AC1. Haven't done much yet today, but we're kind of like working on the first investigation currently. Stuff assassinating some archers, or at least trying to. Okay, target number 2 down. Burst number 3.
He should stop acting like a child.
Yeah, that actually surprised me, Reginald Cat, because I haven't seen you on for a while, I don't think. We're glad that you enjoyed it, and that you had a good time. What did you do in House Flipper? Yeah, doing pretty good. Definitely. Been really enjoying playing this game with a no HUD. Also just really also designed for that actually. Like this game is probably the game it has been designed most in mind with not using any kind of like minimap and stuff. Because it's all about like finding, you know, kind of like things yourself really. Like that's how they designed it initially. It wasn't until like very late in development that they actually decided to add a minimap, for instance. And yeah, it's quite fun playing the game, kind of like how it was intended to, in a way. It's also gonna be quite the challenge to do that for all the other games in the series, which is what I'm gonna be doing.
I beg of you, sir, I beg of you, just a few
As with games like the Ezio games or the RPG trilogy, I reckon it's gonna be quite the challenge.
Thank you, Altair. I can once more move freely through the city. In exchange for your aid, take this map I prepared. It shows where William has stationed his other archers. Most useful should you find yourself inside his fortress.
Okay, got a map. Which we can't utilize that much because I can't use the main map. But I can look at this map. Because it's something we actually receive as part of a game, right? It's like a mission reward, essentially. And it does showcase us the place, like the ground layout of the assassination place. And where the archers are positioned, which you can see are quite a lot. So I'm actually thinking about maybe going this route, because usually I would go through the gate down there. To the right side and go from there, but there's, as you can see, like 5 guards alone on the main wall to the right, and then another 2 on the same side, so it's like very crowded with guards there. If I go the path they show me here, then I can probably avoid most of the archers. So have a try. It's not usually an approach that I take actually.
Aid them in their cause. Tend to your fields. Provide aid to the wounded.
That's curious, Red Ninja Cat. It could be that you have to like reassign the proper audio source in OBS. It can happen if you haven't, you know, also opened OBS in a good while. Maybe there's been like an update or something.
Remain fixed in your beliefs, though
So maybe worth checking the properties for the audio source for like the desktop audio and then seeing if the right source is highlighted there.
guide our warriors to victory.
It happens to me every now and then with OBS that it just like forgets all about my input sources. And I have to like reassign them.
I do not ask for much. A bit of coin, that's all.
Bit of coin, that's all. It's always a bit of coin, and then it's always a bit of more.
Back again, Altair. Always in need of a hand to do your dirty work. This time, Al-Mualim did not order anything. It is just for my own pleasure that I ask you to find some Massey
This dude is so pathetic.
in Richard's district. Since I am a loyal assassin unlike others, I will tell you what people are saying in Akka. It is important information. But this time, try to come back to me faster than the first time.
So I gotta get all the flags. Oh, Ade, what are you doing?
He hurt us. I'm not helping.
No, please, don't leave that. Just a few coins, please. What if I don't grow?
Was macht dieser Tor da?
Was macht dieser Tor da?
Your hard work is changing my opinion of you. Here is what I know about William of Montferrat. He and Richard had a disagreement before the king left for Jaffa. Since then, William stays in his citadel, surrounded by his army. Do you have what it takes to attack him in this protected environment? We'll see, but I am still doubtful.
This guy really doesn't like me. William retreats to the back of the citadel whenever challenged by King Richard's authority. The precarious relationship between the two men seems to have spread to their own host, causing no small amount of tension. I suspect William's citadel to be densely populated with men loyal to him alone. Just a bit of coin, that's all. Adair breaks the coin in quarters. Here, have a bit of that coin. A tiny bit. A teensy tiny little bit. Race contract in Mirage didn't even bother with optional objectives. Not with Valhalla's parkour with 1.1 speed. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, that race I also didn't win, to be honest. I thought it was quite difficult if you didn't, like, start immediately. So, yeah, for me it was, like, difficult to actually pick up the pace there. I did enjoy all the other optional objectives for the contracts, actually. I thought it was good to bring that back, at least in some kind of like form. I think it's nice to kind of have an extra challenge if you want it. Alrighty, one more investigation.
Damn fool must be out of his mind. Liebe Gehör angehängt!
Anyone?
Found this church or cathedral, I guess I should say, like super impressive back then. And I think it still is, you know, in a way. It's actually massive. in its size. Quite fun to climb, I thought.
Fear and doubt are the weapons of our enemy. Heathen!
Oh, oops. Wrong weapon there. That's true, yeah. Yeah, I think it is the tallest building.
What happened here? He's there! You were not allowed to be here. Leave.
Gonna die?
Die! Stop. You must not trespass here.
Ava Mustang, welcome in. And yeah, it's going good. Playing some more AC1 today. Not for super long, it's gonna be a short stream today actually. But yeah, I'm looking forward to go for target number 6 here. I mean, I guess a lot of the viewpoints weren't like super creative, I guess. But at the same time, kind of like how they, I mean, the kind of like vistas we had and like the oversight of the city, I think was beautiful. I still kind of enjoyed them. Also, the synchronization music, I think, was really nice in Mirage. Kind of funny how we're like standing in the air with like half a leg. That's like a true balance master right there. The strength it takes to stand like this. Respect, I'd hear. Respect. But yeah, this viewpoint is amazing for sure. I'm just kind of like standing in a position where
Citizen!
I have to do this. Very strong knees for sure. Okay, I think Versa Hasek. Always looks so funny when like jumping from such a great height just like shrinks at some point, I think.
How peculiar.
The family's sick
Now,
and
wouldn't it be
dying.
funny
Could
if he
you
hurt
spare a few
himself?
coins? I beg of you, just a few coins.
Lavegos!
Help! Anyone, please!
Is he trying to fight?
Fortune favors me today. God only knows what foul deeds those men intended to commit.
Where is the heathen response?
Arrive when you did, stranger. I'll see to it that my husband hears of your bravery.
It's so funny when we're like already investigating.
I beg of you, just a few coins, please.
And since you're like in a cutscene / dialogue, they can't actually attack you because you have immunity during that point.
Oh, you don't understand.
You can just quietly walk away and it's all fine.
A few coins.
Can't you see I'm trying to pray here?
A few coins. I need money, sir. I'm poor, I'm sick and hungry.
And she walks off. See, it wasn't quite so bad. There's actually an investigation in here, I'm quite sure. It's a bit of a tricky one, War, but we can do this. You need a series about the beggar woman getting reincarnated through the ages. Always a beggar, always coming across strange hooded men. Would be actually funny if it kind of like made that a thing, you know, kind of like choose like a god who was like very greedy or very much trying to beg all the time.
Leave, peasant.
And make those beggar woman be sage reincarnation. Would be really wacky. I guess at that point it would be difficult to actually take the series seriously. But would be funny nonetheless. Hey there, Kenway, welcome in. yeah, with the no hard playthrough I kinda like thought about having no sound bits whatsoever actually. To kinda like immerse myself further in the game, because sometimes of course, you know, having like sound bits spam left and right can take you out of the game. But ultimately, since I didn't actually take this playthrough to like the total immersion level, I still want to have at least some sound bits, but don't have them like without a cooldown, just so it doesn't like go overboard, you know. Right, the two must be related, Stanley. If you're a bad climber, you can't be a good assassin.
They let you come and go as you please. I thought the fortress was closed to all.
Aye, but William wishes to have repairs completed as soon as possible. It's been to our advantage.
The perfect cover. It's clever.
Anyway, I've finished my report and should deliver it.
For once, it seems things might go our way, and not by accident.
Well, the Bible does say God helps those who help themselves.
Nah, it doesn't, actually. That's from one of Aesop's fables. The Bible says quite the opposite, in fact. Many passages of being patient and faithful and waiting for the Lord to decide if he wishes to assist.
Well, I say we've waited long enough.
You'll hear no argument from me.
Very well. I'm off then.
Best case scenario, I try to get it here already. Yeah, nice. Forgotten structure can pose as a potential entrance. Repairs on the citadel are being handled poorly. According to this map, a structure has been left standing and seemingly forgotten. I will turn their mistake to my advantage. Hey, Lafreniere? Yeah, Lafreniere and Liam. And he's also, of course, done several other voices. He also did the monk, the Irish monk, right, in AC2, for instance, had to investigate about the monk with the 9 fingers, aka Savonarola. He's also done a lot of the narration actually for gameplay trailers in the past for AC, which is kinda cool. Even done the one for Valhalla still. Right, investigation complete. Back to the burrow we go.
You're not supposed to be here. Leave. You dare steal in my presence. That will cost you your life.
Go with me, I've done nothing wrong!
Thief! This'll teach you not to steal.
Coins, all right.
Please help me. Anyone.
Thief! This'll teach you not to steal.
Let me go. Please. Please.
Thief! This'll teach you not to steal.
Why are you so cruel? What have I done wrong?
Die, thief!
Please, someone do something.
There sure are a lot of thieves here.
Steal in my presence. That will cost you your life.
Does he really have a reason for doing that?
You dare steal in my presence.
Sure, he climbs faster than Eivor. I mean, Eivor can do these kind of like jumps, right? Which Altair can't. Go up, like upwards. It was actually that long ago that I watched like a comparison between the climbing speed of all the characters. But honestly, I don't remember anymore who was the fastest at the end of this.
You dare steal in my presence. That will cost you your life.
But the RPG games were actually quite alright, I think, in terms of like climbing speed. Okay, where is the burrow? Is it over there? I think so.
Please help me. Anyone.
You dare steal in my
Can I vote?
Who saw what happened here?
Well, I do know how to do it. I wouldn't say like I'm a master at the mechanic, like not like super calculated for me every time I do it, but I know how to vote. Say it like this.
A few coins, all I ask for is a few coins. I beg of you, sir, I beg of
Never mind, that part of the city is actually locked off. There it is. I actually find the burrow like a bit more difficult to find in Akka actually compared to the other two cities, because Akka kind of has the least colorful kind of like filter, I guess, for the you know, that's represented. It's like very much more like embracing a you know, grayish kind of like with blue accent type of filter. Kind of flex about the hut. Yeah, that was actually talked about the last time I've done a serious run with no hut. But that would be absolutely bonkers. Now, I think I've actually done something similar. Like, I think I've played without the no hut and also collected all the flex, but I used the guide to do so. So, yeah, that wasn't like quite like that. Yeah, I can't recommend. Okay then.
Altair, what brings you back so soon?
I've done as asked and armed myself with knowledge.
Speak, and I will judge.
William's host is large and many men call him master, but he's not without enemies. He and King Richard do not see eye to eye.
It's true, they've never been close.
This works to my advantage. Richard's visit has upset him. Once the king has left, William will retreat into his fortress to brood. He'll be distracted. That's when I will strike.
You're sure of this?
As sure as I can be. And if things change, I'll adapt.
Then I give you leave to go. End the life of Montferrat, that we may call this city free.
I'll return when the deed's been done.
Fast-forwarding memory to a more recent one.
William and King Richard will meet today, and if it passes any indicator, things will go poorly. Afterwards, William will return to his citadel and take his frustrations out on the men within. The day's events are sure to distract him, providing me with the perfect opportunity to strike. What about minimap? Yeah, without a hut but with a minimap.
You are right indeed, which is why you come to me.
It's forbidden for you to be here.
Yeah, I get it. It's forbidden.
Thief! This'll teach you not to steal. Thief! You dirty thief! I'll have your hands for that! Thief! This'll teach you not to steal.
You are not allowed to be here. Leave.
Thief! This'll teach you not to steal. Wir können tun, was immer wir wollen.
Wir können tun, was immer wir wollen.
Why are you doing this? Bandit, j'aurai ta peau. Bandit, j'aurai ta peau.
Yeah, the NPC quotes are just also iconic in this game at this point. Like literally every one of them.
You're somewhere you shouldn't be. Leave before you get hurt.
Il est devenu fou. Bon sang, qu'est-ce qui lui prend?
souls, William. I was told they would be held as prisoners and used to barter for the release of our men.
The Saracens would not have honored their end of the bargain. You know this to be true. I did you a favor.
Oh, yes. A great favor indeed. Now our enemies will be that much stronger in their convictions. Fight that much harder.
I know our enemy well. They will not be emboldened, but filled with fear.
Tell me, how is it you know the intentions of our enemies so well? You who forsake the field of battle to play at politics.
I did what was right, what was just.
You swore an oath to uphold the work of God, William. But that is not what I see here. No. I see a man who's trampled it.
Your words are most unkind, my liege. I would hope I might have earned your trust by now.
You are Arkle's regent, William, set to rule in my stead. How much more trust is required? Perhaps you'd like my crown.
You missed the point. But this is nothing new.
Much as I'd like to waste my day trading words with you, I've a war to fight. We'll have to continue this another time.
Do not let me delay you then, Your Grace. I fear there will be no place for men like him in the New World. Send word that I wish to speak with the troops. We must ensure that everyone is doing their part. Warn them that any negligence will be severely punished. I'm in no mood to be trifled with today.
Yes, my lord.
The rest of you, follow me.
There are some good ones in this game for sure, Kenway. So your haircut is ridiculous. It's like a yee ass haircut.
You'll find everything here, my friend.
That's really funny, they gave him that kind of look.
You, sir. You look like you need something. I had it, I'm sure of it.
It's gonna last a couple minutes. Or a couple minutes at least, I guess. Won't be there in seconds. Yeah, I mean, William is kind of like partially set as a regent here, but also partially hostage as a pressure opportunity against the son Conrad, who Richard has a conflict with. The situation is quite complicated, I guess. But yeah, William is definitely treading a risky path, to say the least. Trying to antagonize Richard as much as he does. He's just gonna stand there, or is he gonna move? Okay, at least he didn't fall down there. That's good. Lamar, yeah. I want to see Lamar dress as an assassin and have him save it to William. That'd be cool. That'd be really funny. You could give him like green robes or something.
Listen to the fool cry.
Yeah, I mean, this I guess isn't really something that Mirage could replicate quite as much. How epic like assassinations feel. I do appreciate the focus that they set on assassinations, you know, like it's definitely good to have like more extensive missions surrounding it again, which I definitely appreciate. But yeah, the feeling you have playing these missions in the early games is definitely something special.
Foolish old man. Foolish old man. Leave this. Not allowed to be here. Leave.
Shit.
Prévenez-moi si vous l'apercevez.
I come from speaking with the king, and the news is grim. We stand accused of failing in our duties. He does not recognize the value of our contributions to the cause.
For shame!
He knows nothing!
He's wrong!
Peace! Peace! Hold your tongue! Aye, he speaks falsely, but his words are not without some merit. Toward these grounds, it is easy to find fault, to see imperfection. I fear we have grown slack and lazy.
Never!
We are committed!
Why do you say this?
I see the way you train. You lack conviction and focus. You gossip and gamble. Tasks set to you are left unfulfilled or poorly performed. This ends today. I will not suffer further degradation at his hands. For whether or not you see it, and you should, this is your fault. You've brought shame upon us all. Skill and dedication are what won us Ark, and they will be required to keep it. I have been too lenient, it seems. But no more. You will train harder and more often. If this means missing meals, missing sleep, so be it. And should you fail in these tasks, you will learn the true meaning of discipline. Bring them forward. If I must make examples of some of you to ensure obedience, so be it. The two of you stand accused of whoring and drinking while on duty. What say you to these charges?
My lord, please. We meant no harm by it.
We forgot ourselves. It will not happen again.
No, it won't. Disregard for duty is infectious. It shall be rooted out and destroyed. In this way, we may prevent its spread. Am I understood?
Yes, my lord.
Of course.
By your command.
Good, good. Return to your posts, filled with a new sense of purpose. Stay strong, stay focused, and we will triumph. Falter, however, and you will join these men. Be sure of it. Dismissed!
Yeah, Rod, this was actually a mission I had the most detections on, I think, on my self-challenge, because I also just had weird bugs happening. I don't know if you remember, but one of the art just had like ice in his back essentially, and he just detected me with the back facing me. It was just like ridiculous, the stuff that happened. So yeah, this one was tricky, for sure. I'm surprised we haven't been detected yet, to be honest, and not even trying like a stealth challenge and playing without the hut. Hey, so far so good. Yeah, it's always the fault of the people, isn't it, Kenway?
Rest now. Your schemes are at an end.
What do you know of my work?
I know that you are going to murder Richard and claim Akka for your son Conrad.
For Conrad, my son is an arse, unfit to lead his host, let alone a kingdom. And Richard, the Ancien is no better, blinded as he is by faith in the insubstantial. Acre does not belong to either of them.
Then who?
The city belongs to its people.
How can you claim to speak for the citizens? You stole their food, disciplined them without mercy, forced them into service under you.
Everything I did to prepare them for the new world. Stole their food? No. I took possession so that when the lean times came, it might be rationed properly. Look around. My district is without crime, save those committed by you and your ilk. And as for the conscription, they were not being trained to fight. They were being taught the merits of order and discipline. These things are hardly evil.
No matter how noble you believe your intentions, these acts are cruel and cannot continue.
We'll see how sweet they are, the fruits of your labors. You do not free the cities as you believe, but rather damn them. And in the end, you'll have only yourself to blame. You who speak of good intentions.
I mean, he had the best intentions, right? Murdering people left and right. Citizen. Ein Assassine.
Put you down! What the hell? I can tell, man! Die down! I'll gun you down! I'll get you!
Oh boy.
Couldn't have gotten far!
Freaking arrows. Thanks for that.
They're all dead!
Plus mouse to feet. Yeah. In times of war, that's quite handy, I guess. It really was unfair. I mean, I still kind of like counted it, but I guess I shouldn't have, because it was just like bullshit. And later in my stealth challenge, I decided to also count bullshit detections. Like not count them anymore, so... yeah. Just unfair for sure. Yeah, I mean, you can definitely tell that some of the Templars really believed in what they were doing. You know, like some of the Templars used their positioning within the Templars for their own good. Like Majtadin, the Executioner, you know, he was just after power and the feeling of power. But the Doctor, for instance, in Akka, you know, like he really believed he helped his patients. And I mean, you can hear it by the dialogues between his patients and him. That he ultimately cures them to a point of them actually accepting the Doctor and even being thankful, you know. So it makes sense that he believes that he's doing the right thing, if that's one of the outcomes potentially. But at the same time, you know, he's breaking the legs of everyone who tries to run away, you know. And it's like performing experiments on them and drugging them and yeah. So there's still some seriously flawed individuals. But I will admit that not all of them have like bad intentions. At least in their own word, you know. So, well and truly. Almost kill the ego on the way out. Almost. That's the important word there. They really are, Mola. Yeah, I mean, this is kind of like a military stronghold here, so it's like full of guards everywhere. But I hope you're doing well, Mola. Good morning. Invisible warbug every time. Can't wait until that's not an issue anymore with AC2.
Find out where he's led to.
I love that music. Okay, where's the burrow? I think it's over there. Yep. That's the one. Didn't look very healthy. Are you alright, Atair? Why are you holding the air? He's looking at the sky or something.
What news?
William of Montferrat is dead, and with him his plans for betrayal.
You've done well keeping Akka from his hands.
But why now? when the Crusaders require unity most. Could have waited.
Waited for what? For Richard to return and discover his schemes? No. It was the perfect time for him to strike.
Strange. I was sure he meant to take Akka for Conrad, yet he claimed this was not his plan.
You cannot trust the words of a snake, which even in death produces venom.
I should discuss this with Al-Mualim.
Yes, my friend. Make haste for Masyaf. I am sure he is eager for news.
Fast-forwarding memory to a more recent one.
Target has been eliminated. Oh yeah.
We done already?
Get up.
Whatever you say, Doc.
I'm ending the session. I'll be right there. You're sure about this? Yes. No. Everything's Denver. I don't see how he could... Of course. I understand. You're in a lot of trouble, Mr. Miles.
What's his problem?
They're coming for you.
Who's coming for me?
Assassins.
Hey, I had nothing to do with this.
Sounds like they're mounting some kind of rescue attempt. Guess you're more important than you realized.
Man, things just keep getting weirder and weirder around here.
It was bound to happen.
What do you mean?
That little fight your ancestors started during the Third Crusade, it never ended. You're being held by Templars.
Vidic's a Templar?
There's no way you could have known. They hide it so well. But to answer your question, Vidic works for them. We all do. Abstergo is their company.
I thought Templars were old dudes with funny hats who sat around drinking beer and plotting world domination with, like, the lizard people.
No, except the part about world domination, I guess. Look, Desmond, it's complicated. Half the stuff they say about the Templars comes from crazy tinfoil hat-wearing nut jobs. The other half is misinformation intentionally produced by the Templars themselves.
But they are the bad guys, right?
If there's one thing I've learned since I started working here, it's that there's no such thing. It's all so relative. I guess the best way to explain it is, what they want is good. But the way they're going about it, it's bad. Really bad.
What are they trying to do? Lucy?
Yes.
Miss Stillman, I need to speak with you. Get up here, now!
On my way, Doctor. I'm sorry, Desmond, I have to go. You should turn in for the night. The answers to all of your questions are right in front of you. You just have to know where to look.
Oh, I know where to look, alright. He has a YES haircut too. I don't know, I don't think Desmond's haircut looks that bad. You know, yeah, Vidic definitely has one, that's for sure. Lucy spilling the tea? Yeah.
Please, Desmond. I'm gonna get in trouble if I don't leave.
Okay,
and
then.
I can't leave until you're in your room.
Yeah, I'm going. Hey, Vermin Bassett, welcome in. But yeah, Eline. Yeah, it's quite interesting how much Lucy's revealing here, you know, kind of makes me wish that her story would have been a bit more complex, you know, than the reveal later in Revelations, because even though I do like they give us an explanation for why Lucy had to die, eventually, I feel like the way she's written, you know, kind of like makes her seem much more conflicted, you know, between the Assassins and the Templars. And yeah, I feel like that's such a big thing about her character, which I also wish they would have ended the character with in Revelations. You know, like she says, like there's no such thing as good and evil, you know, like bad guys and good guys. It's relative. What the Templars want is good, how they go about it is bad. You know, like she can definitely tell that even though she realizes they're dangerous, she's also convinced that they might have an end goal that isn't so bad, you know. So If I'm in the best suit, welcome in. How's it going? I hope you're feeling better, a bit recovered. You mean the dickhead? That one? The dickhead. So I'm not gonna go back to bed yet because when I do some investigating here, we can actually hack some computers. Yeah, definitely. Was nice like at the end when you actually unlock Ecovision, because right now we don't have it yet, so we can't see all the symbols that Clay painted everywhere with his own blood. Which they of course clean up, but his DNA is still there, which is why Desmond can see it. And back when the game launched, it was released, like there were lots and lots of posts and videos and stuff about trying to make sense of all of the symbols and what they could mean for the future of the series. So that really like spawned a very dedicated fan base of like people trying to kind of like speculate about the future, I guess, which was really cool to see. I think it's also one of the reasons why Egypt was kind of like a requested setting for a long time, because a lot of these symbols are actually pyramids, which of course are also a very symbolic kind of like a symbol, you know, kind of like standing for a certain hierarchy of very few stand at the top and the mass at the bottom, which symbolically stands also for what the Templars want. But of course it's like most prominently associated with countries like Egypt, and yeah, which is why people kind of like wanted to see it for a long time actually. We recovered cause it's a work week. There were some great mysteries in the first few games. There definitely were. Level that you recovered and in time for work week. But I hope you still had a good few days off. Overall, doing a long stream and everything. Of course, that was like the longest stream we've ever done, right? I'm invested like 7 hours or so. Alright, some new emails, I think. Okay, that's not new. But this is new. So Lucy is writing now to Mr. Rickon, aka the CCO of Abstergo Entertainment, Abstergo Industries. So he's like one of the very high bosses there. And yeah, he's not all too pleased about Lucy even trying to investigate the death of a former employee, Layla Marino. Now this isn't the Layla from Origins, if some of you might thinking that. That's one of the Abstergo employees who actually died already at this point. Because Abstergo apparently, you know, killed her. Because she was like also asking questions. And this kind of like making Lucy curious about why people are disappearing. And that's why she's writing him. Mr. Rickon, I'm hoping you might be able to help me understand why even 5 years after the fact, no one is willing to tell me what happened to my friend. If you are concerned about sensitive information being divulged as a result of sharing this with me, I think my record at the company speaks for itself. Thank you for your assistance in this matter. Best, Lucy Stimman. By like 3 hours marathon for you and your attention span. I mean, GG's. Thought Sophia Rickon would be a Mrs. Well, Sophia Rickon is the daughter of Alan Rickon, who's her father, and he was also in the Assassin's Creed movie, actually. That's the guy that Callum kills at the end. And yeah, he's been with the series since AC1. So we also gotten the access code of Vidic now, which means we can also access his computer. Yeah, so that's one of the opportunities I have. I'm the best to access Vidic's computer by having stolen his pen before. And it starts with some news headlines. So this is of course set in 2012, right? September 2012. Which means this is like 5 years in the future of when the game launched in 2007. And they were kind of like trying to showcase the near future, but have it kind of like be gotten to a point where there's just absolute chaos on the world with like natural occurrences and kind of like certain experiments going awry and yeah, all kinds of incidents. And this was of course meant to be kind of like a foreshadowing to what awaits the Earth just a few months later in December, right? Because 21st of December 2012 was the Mayan calendar end of the world. And that's also where the Desmond saga will also end, of course. That's all kind of like leading up to this point in AC3 over the course of like 4 months, really. They planned it with the AC3 release well ahead, you guess. So initially they actually wanted to create a trilogy of Assassin's Creed, at least when AC1 was launched. And it received like good, you know, critics, and they knew they, you know, could be working on another game. They initially wanted to make it a trilogy. The first game being Altair, the second game being Ezio, but also following all the way to Rome. So Rome would have been part of AC2, apparently. And the third game would have been focusing primarily on Desmond. And kind of like him mastering the bleeding effect to a point where he can actually jump into the memories of his ancestors without the enemies. And ultimately becoming like the ultimate assassin, essentially. But they scrapped that idea and they wanted to have more releases, which is why AC2 was separated into AC2 and AC Brotherhood. And about the time that Brotherhood was in the finishing stages, the creative director, Patrice Désilets, said goodbye essentially because he just couldn't keep up with it anymore. Like it was, I guess, getting too much for him. I guess maybe also partially because they broke with his initial idea of having like a trilogy, and instead like yearly releases. And that kind of like also changed the future of the series quite a bit. So AC3 was already in planning at that point and being worked on, but it wasn't yet clear that Revelations would have been like a whole game by itself. Like Revelations, for instance, was planned as like a portable game actually initially. But yeah, they had the idea for a game set in the colonies quite early, I guess. But yeah, I mean, really like making that decision about how everything turned out, I think, was something that happened later. They probably had the idea for the setting quite early, but yeah, like how everything turned out, you know, with Desmond's story and stuff was quite different initially. But have an idea, you feel is yours, and then have others run with it in a different direction, I guess. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, obviously, Patrice Désilets wasn't like in charge of like everything, you know, when it comes to like the series. There was still like lots of other people involved, of course, who also had a say. But it was, of course, it was part of the idea to have it being made that way. And I think, from what I remember, he just had a burnout essentially at the end of Brotherhood. And essentially said that he just couldn't keep on going. And Ubisoft didn't take that very well, because they essentially kicked him out of the building at Ubisoft Montreal, like with security and everything. He couldn't even take his stuff with him. And that happened for like, sorry, a bit more context. It was actually at a later point, because he started working for THQ at some point, and he worked on a game called 1666 Amsterdam. I think it was it was called. And THQ actually got bought by Ubisoft at a later point, which meant the rights that he had on the game that he had been working on in development was going to Ubisoft. And then Ubisoft kicked him out, essentially. That's how it happened. Sorry, kind of mistook the timelines there. But yeah, they bought THQ took over his idea of his game and then kicked him out of the company and fired him. Because he left Ubisoft back then, being like burned out on the series of Assassin's Creed. So yeah, that actually resulted in quite a big lawsuit as well. Like he eventually fought really hard to get the rights back to his game, which he did. Like he did get the rights back, but obviously the whole development was completely in shambles, and yeah, I don't think he has worked more on that. But at least he got the license back, I guess, which is nice. Yeah, I'm not sure if it was Ubisoft's plan to kind of like screw him over, but they definitely did. So yeah. But yeah, so these are the news headlines of 2012. Hurricane season ends, but not in the way you think. Increasingly erratic weather patterns have caused the Global Weather Association to abolish the term hurricane season. Once confined to the months of June through November, hurricane duration, frequency, strength, and location have increased to the point where most coastal cities must now live in constant fear of these devastating storms. So yeah, more and more, you know, like natural occurrences of disastrous levels. iAbstergo satellite launch postponed. Citing last-minute adjustments to their new all-in-one telecommunication satellite, iAbstergo have postponed the launch of their first satellite until December 21st. They maintain that their patented technology will allow faster, more reliable data transmission than previous generation satellites, which suffered from delays and interference. So this was actually a plan of Abstergo to utilize the technology of the Apple of Eden to put it into a satellite and then launch it into the sky to then have like a bigger reach and control more humans at the same time. It's interesting because the first civilization actually tried something similar. They also sent Apples into the sky as like a satellite function, try to control more people, but I don't think they really succeeded in it. The reason Abstergo does it for December 21st is because they know the world is going to end there, or at least it's going to be destroyed, which means lots of people are going to be dead. And then they can come out with all of their technology and take over the world to create like the perfect new world, as they like to say, of a new world order. And having less people on the world, of course, is easier to control them. So that's why they wait until that point to launch the satellite. But yeah, this plan was ultimately kind of abandoned though, I think. Yeah, like he definitely made some pretty big games, you know, he definitely knew how to bring a game to success. Which he's proven with Sense of Time more than enough, and then with AC1 and AC2, you know. So, yeah. And I mean also Brotherhood, because Brotherhood was also still under his supervision. With the exception of like the last 3 months or so. Tension mounts over Antarctic drilling. The US and the EU are once again facing heavy criticism for their decision to begin construction of jointly owned oil platforms in the Weddell Sea. Several supranational unions oppose the work, claiming it violates the Antarctic Treaty System. The situation has been further complicated by the presence of 2 naval destroyers said to be in the region for reasons unrelated to the construction. Right. So there we have the email that Lucy wrote to Rickon. And there's just like an automated answer from Alan Rickon saying that he will be out of the offices starting September 1st. I will return on October 4th. In case of an emergency, please contact my assistant, Aubrey Jacobs, at extension 1003. And then Alan Rickon is like fast forwarding the message to Vidic saying, "You told me she wasn't going to be a problem, and here she is stirring up the shit again. Deal with this, Warren. You vouched for her. You're responsible for her." So, Rickon isn't too pleased. He just deleted the classified information, and there's a new email saying, I know. I know what you're doing. I know what you did. I saw him. He had a metal ball. It opened. They went crazy, shooting, stabbing, tore each other to pieces. I know it was you people. Saw the logo, heard the name. I'm going to tell. Anyone who will listen, you'll be exposed. They will know the truth, and then you will pay. You crazy bastards. You'll pay. So we don't really know who this was. Because this is a person that has witnessed apparently the Denver incident, which is why they're always saying it's all Denver, because it's been basically an experiment that Abstergo has been doing at the Denver airport, trying to kind of create an illusion with the piece of Eden, including the Apple of Eden. And it went really wrong, and lots of people, I guess, died. And this person is essentially trying to whistleblow, I guess, about Abstergo being the one responsible for this. Only that he's probably not going to survive, you know? Another person who's done something similar was Sean, because Sean has found out what happened with the fluoride incident, where Abstergo has essentially been poisoning the groundwater supply of his city. And he then wrote about it and exposed them. And that meant that Abstergo was on his trail and they tried to kill him. If it wasn't for Rebecca Crane, Sean would have been dead. But Rebecca warned him and then saved him. We're actually going to talk about that in AC2. They just make medicine, right? Just a drug company, you know? Nothing more than that. The perfect disguise. But yeah, that's all the modern day information we have currently available, so let's go back to our room and take a nap. I mean, undoubtedly Rod. Like, Sean and Rebecca have such a nice, I think, synergy and dynamic, you know. Always quite funny and teasing, but you can really tell that they care a lot for each other, you know. They're definitely better than Twilight.
Get in the Animus.
So this is actually another opportunity to steal the pen of Vidic's code if you haven't done it before. Which means you have at least 2 opportunities to do this. Not sure if there's a third one, but yeah. You can attempt this multiple times.
Lie down, Desmond.
Should you enter a fist fight, guards will not enter.
Come in, Altair. I trust you're well rested? Ready for your remaining trials?
I am, but I'd speak with you first. I have questions.
Ask then. I'll do my best to answer.
The merchant king of Damas murdered the nobles who ruled his city. Majd ad-Din in Jerusalem used fear to force his people into submission. I suspect William meant to murder Richard and hold Akka with his troops. These men were meant to aid their leaders. Instead, they chose to betray them. What I do not understand is why.
Is the answer not obvious? The Templars desire control. Each man, as you've noted, wanted to claim their cities in the Templar name, that the Templars themselves might rule the Holy Land and eventually beyond. But they cannot succeed in their mission.
Why is that?
Their plans depend upon the Templar treasure, the Peace of Eden. But we hold it now, and they cannot hope to achieve their goals without it.
What is this treasure?
It is temptation.
It's just a piece of silver.
Look at it.
What am I supposed to see?
This piece of silver cast out Adam and Eve. It turned staves into snakes, parted and closed the Red Sea. Ares used it to start the Trojan War, and with it a poor carpenter turned water into wine.
It seems rather plain for all the power you claim it has. How does it work?
He who holds it commands the hearts and minds of whoever looks upon it, whoever tastes of it, as they say.
Then Gagne's men?
An experiment. Herbs used to simulate its effects, to be ready for when they held it.
Talel supplied them. Tamir equipped them. They were preparing for something. But what?
War.
And the others, the men who ruled the cities, they meant to gather up their people, make them like Gagne's men.
The perfect citizens, the perfect soldiers, a perfect world.
Robert de Sable must never have this back.
So long as he and his brothers live, they will try.
Then they must be destroyed.
Which is what I've had you doing. There are 2 more Templars who require your attention. One in Akka, known as Sibran. One in Damas, called Jubair. Visit with the Bureau leaders. They'll instruct you further.
As you wish.
Be quick about it. No doubt Robert de Sable is made nervous by our continued success. His remaining followers will do their best to expose you. They know you come, the man in the white hood. They'll be looking for you.
They won't find me. I'm but a blade in the crowd.
Here, my gift to you, in gratitude for the good work you've done.
Yeah, really interesting scene here. Because Amor-Lim, essentially, when he presents the apple in front of Altair and saying, like, here, look at this, you know. He's essentially trying to cast an illusion on Altair. Only Altair can see through the illusion. You know, he isn't affected by the apple. And Amor-Lim himself was, like, really surprised by the fact, you know, if that's the case. But yeah, Altair can see through it. Which is interesting because at the start of the game he couldn't, right? Like when he was stabbed, that was an illusion that Amor-Lim cast on Altair, make him believe he gifted him another life, you know, so that Altair feels he's also like owing his life to Amor-Lim, make him more inclined to actually kill the 9 other conspirators who share the secret of a treasure, you know. Yeah, so given that there was an illusion cast on Altair already with him thinking he died, you know, it's definitely logical that it did work on him, but now with Altair learning about the targets and questioning both himself, the Creed, also the Templars, kind of like motivations, that he's like very conscious, I guess. So he's actually able to see through the illusion, I guess. I think it's because of that, because some people aren't really affected by the effect as others are. Like some are more prone to it. And Malik and his men are actually another... Like there are also people who aren't affected apparently by the corruption of the apple. As you can later see in the defense of Masyaf, I guess. I guess it's something you can eventually learn, you know. Amor-Lim later says what Altair is and what he does are too close bonded together. So, which is why enslaving him with the apple would kind of like rob him of his ability as an assassin, essentially. So that's also why he didn't use the apple like quite as much as he might have used otherwise. But yeah, it it's definitely, I guess, I mean, it could also be a mix, of course, right? Like, it's definitely clear that Altair has First Civilization DNA in him. So I would imagine that makes him both more receptive of the Apo, like when he's using it, but maybe also gives him like more of a resistance against it. I think the whole like knowledge part and learning about, you know, and making like your own thoughts is probably something that's more important, I would imagine. Also, hey, the Aura, welcome in, citizen. Rod like the scene where Altair demands to know what connects the targets, and William pulls out his sword, but Altair stands his ground. Absolutely. And then later when he says why, or kind of has to explain why he didn't think that he would die there, that he took a leap of faith, you know, and was like so convinced in his actions. That's definitely part of the reason, I think, why he also could look past the illusion, right? Because he's gotten to the point where he just not blindly follows his mentor, but he's also questioning him. How's Altair today? Pretty good. Yeah, we are 6 targets down, 3 more to go. So making some good progress. Kinda late start for me today, and also only gonna be doing a short stream, like another hour or so. But yeah, it's been going good for sure. How are you doing? In some ways, Amwelin was testing Altair to see if he was still worth the effort in making him see things the way he does. That's true, yeah. Yeah, he definitely is, and I think that definitely helps him as well. Yeah, so we just came from Akka, which means I'm gonna go to Damascus next year. I'm gonna go for Jubair, the scholar, who's burning books of knowledge. Ah, I gotcha, Aura. Well, it's good that you got something to help with the infection. Hopefully it will be gone very soon. At least you don't have to wear an eye patch for a day again.
Do you think...
I can imagine. Never had to wear an eye patch before, so I can't really tell how it would be like doing that for an entire day.
When you have been exposed to the guards, break their...
What he better not cause any trouble.
Yeah, that's fair, Aura. I think at that point I would just close both of my eyes and just like trust my instincts. Probably what you did, yeah.
tell you.
Take it down!
Yeah. He's firing himself! Get him! Gözünüzü törpüsün.
There's definitely a stronger guard presence around the kingdom.
Get away!
Really, Aura? That's so weird. So, should you have received like just some eye drops as well back then? But I don't know when the doctor knows what we're talking about, or not.
When you are exposed, throwing soldiers from roof.
Beautiful city of Damask. The one that probably reminds me the most of Baghdad, actually. Ah, yeah. Makes sense, Aura. Yeah, but it really sucks that they didn't you know, give you like the care that you needed, but at least you now know, right? Which is good. In case it ever happens again, you know what to do.
Yes, you! Come! See what I've to offer! I am at your service.
You seem to know exactly what you want. I like that in a customer. Come, come see what I have to offer. Come see what I have to offer. Everything perfect your eyes. I have many things, many things. Too many things. Better prices anywhere. You seem to know exactly what you want. I like that in a customer.
Yeah, it really does sound rough, Elaine. Scratching your eyeball. Or getting a paper cut on your eyeball, which also happened to Aura. Like, Jesus Christ. Paper cuts are already bad enough, but getting it there is just insane. Alrighty, time to find the burrow. Let's actually go on the viewpoint and have a look around. Yeah, I mean, I think it definitely happened to me before that I scratched my eye. Fortunately, didn't get infected yet, I don't think, but yeah. Like when you rub your eye and kind of like do it wrong, you know, I guess it can be quite easy to happen. I think this big building might be blocking my view here. So I can't spot the burrow otherwise. There's a bit of smoke before, but that could be the burrow over there. Nah, it's not. It must be behind this building, I think.
You are wise, which is why you come to me.
I have exactly what you need. Could I interest you in something? Welcome. I have everything you'll ever need.
Oh dear. What is he doing?
Yeah, what is he doing?
Man.
What is he doing?
Fires of war consume the land, and thousands of lives are lost in its defense.
Let me show you everything I have.
In the tragedy.
Ah, there it is. Yeah. It was exactly behind the building, so it didn't see it from a viewpoint. Swim cockets all the time. That might help. Yeah. Yeah, definitely understandable as well, Aura. But hopefully you can avoid of it happening again.
It's the hero of Damas. Come in, stay a while. Tell me all about your adventures.
I'm afraid I don't have the time.
I see. Too important for me now.
It's not that.
No, of course not. How may I serve you then?
Al-Muallim has asked I take the life of the one they call Jubair.
Ah, Salah-ad-Din's chief scholar. Strange choice of target in my opinion. But who are we to question the master's will? I'm sure he has his reasons.
Then you're familiar with the man.
He's been quite busy these past few days, organizing the scholars and sending them into the streets to preach.
What do they speak of?
Light and fire, cleansing sins, apocalyptic nonsense if you ask me. All this talk of paths and a new world.
What about this new world?
Couldn't say. I don't pay attention to the ramblings of madmen. Much too busy with real work.
Very well. I'll walk among the people, see what I can learn. Where would you suggest I search?
South of here, you'll find an academy and a guard tower. They're both good places to search. There's also a hospital to the east you might want to visit.
I'll begin at once.
So eager. You've certainly changed, and for the better, I might add.
This guy. I don't know if I want to hate him or like him. I think he's kind of funny. With his sarcasm and everything. But he's also very much a behind the back talker. How you doing, Leonardo? We found another one. How exciting. Another codex page. Ooh, Templar. You're gonna die, mate. Why did that not work? That was an AC-1 air assassination right there.
It does not mean we must as well.
Oh, nice. Our first investigation.
You are not supposed to be here, please. Let him lead you to the light. You live a lie, surrounded by false knowledge, created by wicked men who seek dominion over your minds. Locked away, they might still be discovered, but once burned, these texts can no longer do harm. Jubair sees things the way they truly are, sees the poison you carry in your hearts and minds. He works to cast it out. Remove all texts from your homes and schools. Give them to us. They must be destroyed.
Don't think so, dude.
Take yourself from my sight.
Could you spare a few coins? I need food. I'm so hungry. Just a little money, I beg of you. Please, sir, I don't have any money. All I ask
Violence is not the answer, my child.
In this we agree, so speak and I may stay my blade. What is it your master intends? Why destroy all this knowledge?
We lay the stones to build a road upon which soon all men will travel. It leads to a better tomorrow.
That is not what I see.
Then you are blind. The words upon these parchments, they are poison. Jubayer holds the cure. He'll free us from their lies.
It's nonsense you speak. You've lost your mind.
No, not lost, but found. I see the world for what it truly is. He has shown me so much. I am illuminated.
A fanatic is all you are, and dangerous for it.
Do what you must. It changes nothing. We are not afraid.
You should be.
Yeah, you should be. Jubei scholars are fanatics. They walk the streets calling out to the citizens, demanding their books and parchments so that they might be burned. They believe that destroying all knowledge of the past will somehow allow for a better future. A better for who? Oh yeah, Rod, I remember that mission actually when I watched you play that game, I think some time ago. Because you streamed that game before, right? And yeah, honestly, I thought the ambience and music in the Splinter Cell games in general, but also during that level, were really cool. Like, that's something I personally look forward to in playing, especially the old school Splinter Cell games, because I think they really nail that aspect, you know, of like creating an ambience, but also music kind of like adding to that. I really gotta get into Splinter Cell at some point. I know that you also redeemed Splinter Cell Blacklist for me, was it? Or Chaos Fury? I think one of those. But if I play Splinter Cell, I also wanna go to the old games, I guess, eventually. And try out them.
He's gonna catch your head! I will catch you! Get out of my way! Move!
Like how to just attack the random civilian.
Karışmayı seviyor. Gözünüzü dört açın. Kimsenin sizi kandırmasına izin vermeyin. Evvelki sefer elimizden kurtulduk. Bu sefer kaçmasına izin vermeyin.
Amazing. The guy literally jumped on me and still didn't see me.
Kalabalığın içine karışmayı seviyor.
It seems legit.
Kimsenin sizi kandırmasına izin vermeyin.
I beg of you.
Bu şehirde bir yerde olduğunu biliyorum ve seni elime geçireceğim.
Yeah, that's some proper stealth, isn't it? Benches are next level stealth. Like how she just spawned in me. I think there's actually a pickpocket in here, isn't there?
I don't understand what he's trying to accomplish.
Glorious and exalted is he. Find favor
Was an eavesdrop.
that he may grant us victory.
We found the place. It's just as you described it.
I suspect he'll want to deal with this himself, and quickly.
Best we say nothing to the others.
A wise course of action. Truth be told, I'll be happy when this business is done.
Soon, my friend, soon. Today should see the last of them put to torch. Boy, come here. You still have the letter I gave you?
Yes.
Go and deliver it then. You'll find the one it's meant for inside the madrasa.
Praise be Salahadin! He has found the strength to stand in defense of our great civilization. Make no mistake.
It's gonna go for a front door there, so I'm just gonna wait for him to come out.
Fighting for the infidel king. We are all fighting for the world. We must resist. We must push back.
Fuck, Alter, hier. Or did he not grab the letter there? Okay. Jubei students have uncovered where Jubei's wife hid some books which are meant to be destroyed. The students suspect the master would want to personally burn these documents. The location of this particular burning is within a small park. Master Jubair. I fear suspicions have been proven true. We followed her as you asked us to, and discovered that she has indeed kept the books. We would have taken them ourselves, but felt it best that you attend to it personally. She is your wife after all. Below is a map that will lead you to her hiding place. It is a small garden, empty save for a sundial and a bench. I'm sorry it has come to this. It cannot be easy, but I am certain you will do what is right. Your brother always, Hakim. A letter? For me? Shaitan is everywhere, yeah. Follows us even to Damascus.
They leave horrors in their wake. Saladin rides to meet him. His barbarous acts will be avenged. Pray that God, glorious and exalted is he, finds favor with us.
Aber Templar.
They leave horrors in their wake. Saladin rides to meet him. That these barbarous
you don't
acts
understand.
might
I
be
have
avenged.
nothing.
Pray that God, glorious and
It looks like an investigation there.
What?
What have I done? I mean, I know the main guy there is kind of looking for us, but if he is, why hasn't he detected me earlier? Okay, just die, all of you guys.
Beni gözüm...
عرضت الأمر على ذلك وسوف أنهي تريد أن تموت؟ هل يقتل؟ تريد أن تموت؟
Seni gözün kapalı bile yenerim.
Okay. Guess they're dead. Can stay there.
Hell no, please don't leave. Just a few coins, please.
I wish to see him, to hear him speak.
It can be arranged, but we must be careful. There are still those who reject illumination. They would harm him.
Then they are ignorant and afraid.
You seem sincere, but how do I know I can trust you?
It hurts me to even hear you ask the question.
Very well. We gather each day in the madrasa. He comes to speak, and then leads us into the city, that we might cleanse it.
Could I join you then?
Understand that it is a difficult path we walk. Our work demands sacrifice.
I understand.
Then come and meet with us. Let us see how strong you really are.
Jubair holds daily meetings within the madrasa to speak with students. The students then take to the streets carrying out the message of a master. One of these meetings is about to begin. I think I will attend. As up to 10 map views. Yeah, we haven't looked at the map once yet in this playthrough, so with 10 hours of playtime roughly, we're now up to 10. Yeah, I anticipate we won't be looking at the map once for this playthrough. It's gonna be nice to stack those up for AC2 because they're definitely needed for that game. I mean, I'm gonna avoid as much as possible to use the map, but it's gonna be good to have some spare ones for the ETSA games in general. Okay, back to the bro. Yeah, but just need some help carrying. Let's see how strong you really are. You wanna die? No, I just wanna have your help.
My merchandise is without fear.
Yeah, that as well. Like, it's gonna be interesting playing those without looking at the map. That much, at least. I'm gonna be curious when the first time is gonna be when I actually need to look at the map. Because I think in AC2 I can definitely play the first couple of sequences without looking at the map because it's still quite linear and you know where to go quite easily. But I know once you get to the mission where you have to escort Claudia and Maria out of Florence to Monteriggioni, that's gonna be the first one where I think we definitely need the map because you have to go from checkpoint to checkpoint, you don't see the freaking checkpoints and it doesn't make any sense with a layout that you have to go that path, so I think I will have to use the map quite a few times there at the latest.
What news, Altair?
I've learned much about my enemy.
Share what you know then.
Jubair has become obsessed with purging the city of its knowledge.
A most terrible crime. Now I see why Al-Mualim wants you to remove him.
He's using the city scholars to assist him. They go out into the streets, harassing the people and collecting all their written works. I fear he intends to destroy them all.
He must be stopped.
That's why I'm here. He's to hold a meeting soon, at the Madrasa Al-Qallasa. It's where I'll go. It's where I'll take his life.
I'll leave you alone to prepare. Bring glory to the Brotherhood.
Definitely is Rod, yeah. Much of a troublemaker. Like any of the missions that require you to find like one checkpoint to the next.
To a more recent one.
I will say the absolute worst mission doing the no HUD on in AC2 has been escorting Rosa after her being shot. Because, I mean, it's kind of funny because it makes sense, like, narratively, right? Because it's just like, where to? And she's like, to the water. And you're like literally in Venice, where everything is full with water and canals, and it's like surrounded by, you know, the ocean and stuff. It's like, okay then, I have no idea where to go. And without the hut, like, finding where it is just like insane. That was definitely the worst vision. Because it's again about like trying to trigger specific checkpoints. We have no idea where we're supposed to be. Jubair has declared that every text in Damascus must be destroyed. He says the pages harbor only lies and the words corrupt men's minds. He preaches this to his students and they support him without question. They meet each day inside the Madrasa al-Khalasa. Another of these gatherings is about to occur. I will attend as well. Not to listen to his madness, but to end it. Yeah. I think Ezio even says something like, that exactly doesn't narrow it down. Or that doesn't exactly narrow it down. But yeah. Like he makes a comment about that not being very helpful.
What's wrong with you?
Comes the English king and his infidel army. They leave horrors in their wake.
Oh, wow.
Tried to meet him, that these barbar attacks might be avenged. Pray that God, glorious and exalted is he, finds favor with us, that he may grant us victory. Praise be Salahadin!
I have nothing.
He has found the strength
I have nothing.
to stand in defense of our great civilization. Make no mistake.
Ava Bastard. Yeah, I mean, he thinks that everything that's written in the books is corrupted by people, manipulate people, and he wants to burn everything clean and start anew. Very much a Templar trying to start from ground zero and then take over control himself.
Text in the city must be destroyed. My friend, you must not do this. Much knowledge rests within these parchments, put there by our ancestors for good reason.
And what reason is this?
They are beacons, meant to guide us, to save us from the darkness that is ignorance.
No, these bits of paper are covered in lies. They poison your minds, and so long as they exist, you cannot hope to see the world the way it truly is.
How can you accuse these scrolls of being weapons? They are tools of learning.
You turn to them for answers and salvation. You rely more upon them than yourselves. This makes you weak and stupid. You trust in words, drops of ink. Do you ever stop to think of who put them there? Or why? No, you simply accept their words without question. And what if those words speak falsely? As they often do. This is dangerous.
You are wrong. These texts give the gift of knowledge. We need them.
You love your precious writings. You do anything for them?
Yes. Yes, of course.
Then join them! Any man who speaks as he is just as much a threat. Do any else among you wish to challenge me? Good! Your orders are simple enough. Go out into the city, collect any remaining writings and add them to the piles in the streets. When you're done, we'll send a cart to collect them, that they may be destroyed.
Alright, now comes the toughest part. Because there's multiple people that look exactly like him and we have to find the right one. Which, without the hut and without looking at the map, can be a bit difficult because this is the one that requires looking at the map the most to find who we're looking for. But it's fine. I'm sure we're gonna find him. Eventually. Looking kinda like for courtyards. Like this one, but there's no one here.
Leave now.
Yeah, I'm leaving.
You are not supposed to be here. Leave.
There's the guy. I think that's our target though. I'm still gonna kill him because I just wanna make sure that I'm not missing a target. But I'm very, very sure that it's not the right one because I think he's like...
It's a glorious day. We will at last be free.
It's also another voice actor.
Purge yourselves of these evil spirits before they control you. Do not think yourself above their corrupting influence. Their words can only do harm.
I think I should still kill him because it would just make it easier to find my target, right? Because if I come back here, I'm not like, have I actually checked this out or not?
We will at last be free. Your life
is now.
So let's kill him. Yeah, not the right one. Good to know.
Pay for your sins.
God curse the one who's done this. Where are you?
Okay, one down.
Hırsızlık yapmanın cezası ölüm.
ماذا؟ من الذي فعل هذا؟
Where is he? I see him! You cannot run forever! Don't let him get away!
Gel buraya. Ama halihazırda kaybettim. Kime boyun eğiyorsun?
Okay. Where are the other guys? Got 2 down, but I think that's like a potential of 5 locations or so. Yeah, they can be very tricky. Like, once you know how they work and how you can trigger them more easily, they also become much easier, I feel. It's kind of like the learning curve, like finding out exactly how it works, you know. Quite as foolproof as it is in later games, that's for sure. What? Ah, Jesus Christ.
Guards will not enter.
So apparently I went too far away from where the target was and just like desynchronized me essentially. Okay then. It's just annoying, right? Because I have to find it, so I don't know where the radius is for how far I can go away. So this is kind of tricky. It's not like the target actually tried to run away or something. Yeah, not sure Kenway how it's written or pronounced exactly.
You are not supposed to be here, leave.
Kimler yemek istiyorsun?
Not the right targets again. So if there's a time and I have to be fast, I'm just gonna go and try to escape for now.
Infidel, die! Don't let him get away!
Kime boyun eğmek istiyorsun?
How am I still being chased? How did they know that I was jumping into the haystack?
You cannot run forever! Move! You cannot run forever! What did I ever think of you? Don't move him! I've done nothing wrong! Nothing! What did I ever think of you? Stay out here!
Where's my freaking target? I have no idea. I think that's him. Yeah, that's him. Fuck, he's running away. That's him. What the fuck, 2 of them? But it's the one behind there. Come on. What the fuck? All of these guys. Don't be so fast. You're shitting me. Why is it so fast? It's taking guard, yeah, right. Okay. Don't run away, dude. Just saying.
Seni gözüm kapalı bile yemedim. Maybe you haven't known. Ready, go. Seni yenemeyecek.
Why? Why have you done this?
Men must be free to do what they believe. It is not our right to punish one for thinking what they do, no matter how much we disagree.
Then what?
You of all people should know the answer. Educate them. Teach them right from wrong. It must be knowledge that frees them, not force.
They do not learn, fixed in their ways as they are. You are naive to think otherwise. For which there is but one cure.
You're wrong, and that's why you must be put to rest.
Am I not unlike those precious books you seek to save? A source of knowledge with which you disagree, yet you are rather quick to steal my life.
A small sacrifice to save many. It is necessary.
Is it not ancient scrolls that inspire the Crusaders? That fill Salah ad-Din and his men with a sense of righteous fury? Their texts endanger others, bring death in their wake. I too was making a small sacrifice. It matters little now. Your deed is done, and so am I.
Find the burrow. Whatever it is. No idea.
Stop him!
So hey there, SD, welcome in. How are you doing?
What are you doing? Don't do him! Come back here! Stay on him!
Are you running to wisdom, for ways of wisdom? Right. Would like what you're wearing right now. You're wearing a FC Schalke 04 shirt. I mean, I'm no Schalke 04 hater, but yeah. Right now we're also not too likable, I guess, of everything that's happening in the club. I mean, I feel really bad for all the fans of Schalke, to be honest, because there's like very little to identify with anymore. From the people in charge to the players. New trainer now, I guess. Seems to be talking out of his ass, so yeah. Schalke, I'm getting a bit of a pity for right now. That's a bro. Derby opponent? Yeah. Yeah, they are big time rivals there. They really do, Aura. Always trying to make you think that, you know, they are the right or something. I think their words are definitely worth considering, but you definitely tell the lies and deception in it. And I mean, whenever they're questioned, they just kill off the ones questioning them, right? Like he did with the dude he just pushed into the fire. And as the others have done, essentially, like whenever they don't comply with their idea, then they're gonna take very drastic measures. I don't know which direction the burrow's in. Just now I didn't. I mean, I know roughly that it's gonna be in the middle of the district or the city most of the time. Like it's usually very centric located. When I know for sure, it's when I see the rooftop up here, because it's unique. Like no rooftop looks exactly like this one. It has like a green domed shape. So that's how you know for sure that it's the one. And you can also spot it from quite far away. So that's how no guaranteed that it's a burrow.
Altair, tell me you've met with success.
Yes. Jubair's fires are extinguished. His life as well.
Excellent news. I had no doubt you'd succeed.
You should have seen it. The scholars followed him so readily. Wasn't just books they fed to fire either, but any man who opposed them.
Such ignorance breeds only evil. You've done a good thing this day.
As with my other targets, he believed he was doing the right thing, clearing a path to a better future.
Of course he would. Such is the landscape of a madman's mind.
The things I've seen these past few weeks, it's as if all the land has gone mad.
And this is why we fight to end the war, that sanity might return. The people are desperate for direction. It's easy for men like Jubair to prey on this and turn them towards evil. You should go, Altair. Return to Al-Mualim. Tell him what you saw. Let him know the good you've done this day.
Safety and peace, Rafiq.
Upon you as well.
Fast forwarding memory to a more recent one.
Today's work weighs heavily on my mind. Jubair swore he wished only to protect his people from repeating the mistakes of their ancestors. A noble goal. Still, his methods were unacceptable. He couldn't be allowed to continue. To deprive people of so much knowledge. He wasn't saving these people, but blinding them. But was killing him the only solution? I should return to Al-Mualim with news of Jubair's death. Yeah, definitely Rod. I agree. Like, that's also the good thing about both the Assassins and the Templars, right? Because it's not like it's like strictly bad guys and good guys, you know? Like, you know, being part of one doesn't mean anything about you as a person necessarily. We've seen it a handful of times happening before. I should always, I guess, analyze what people are actually doing, you know, and how it matches what they're saying. Also, like, realize who's a hypocrite and who isn't. And only having like good intentions or like a good goal isn't like quite enough, I think, to justify some of the stuff that they're doing. Okay, so again, we're not fast traveling anywhere in this playthrough. We're all doing natural exploration here, so we gotta find an exit. Over there looks like it might be one.
You dare steal in my presence? That will cost you your life!
Actions speak louder than words. Yeah, definitely. That's the Templars big time there. Oh, nice. There's an exit. Oh, yeah.
Do you think he's being chased by someone?
So we're gonna travel to the kingdom because that's the next part here of the map. Then we're finding the way back to Masyaf.
Out of knives. Refill your stock.
I'll have your head! I'll get you!
Evvelki sefer elimizden kurtuldu. Evvelki sefer elimizden kurtuldu.
Kill him!
Kime bu?
Right, Masyaf, right way.
Get him!
These road signs come in very handy. Huh? I killed a Templar? Apparently a Templar chased me and I guess found a way to die. Didn't even have to do a thing there.
Over here! Come back here!
I love when the enemies kill themselves, you know. It takes a lot of work.
When you are exposed, tackle people who are evil.
Back in Masyaf.
Now why would you do it?
Just had to think about the time that old here went here. Barely able to run. And taking over Masyaf one last time. Finish off Abbas. Because it's the exact same route that I'm currently walking or running here. There are so many memories associated with Masyaf, you know. Both his and Revelations.
It takes time to draw another blade. Ensure your first attack is also your last.
Definitely Rod, yeah. Quite an iconic path, you know, up to Masyaf and the castle. But also going here as Ezio was quite epic.
Welcome home, child. What news?
Another of the named is put to rest.
Then it would appear your work is nearly complete and your status restored.
A question, Master, if I may.
Ask, and I will answer.
Why these men, Jubayer and Sabrand?
Ah, don't you see? They paved the way for change. Ensure threats both old and new are not given cause to intervene.
To weaken them is to weaken our enemy. I suppose that makes sense.
Were these men to continue their work, our work would quickly be undone.
How is that? We've caused them much grief.
We strike at the arms, yes. But this is a hydra that you face, and it is quick to replace that which is severed.
Then we should lop off its head and be done with this.
Soon, soon. We are close. Only one more man stands between us and our ultimate goal.
I will return to my work. The sooner this last man dies, the sooner I might face our true enemy.
Before you go, I have a question for you.
Of course.
What is the truth?
We place faith in ourselves. We see the world the way it really is, and hope that one day all mankind might see the same.
What is the world, then?
An illusion. One which we can either submit to, as most do, or transcend.
What is it to transcend?
To recognize nothing is true and everything is permitted. That laws arise not from divinity but reason. I understand now that our creed does not command us to be free. It commands us to be wise.
Do you see now why the Templars are a threat?
Whereas we would dispel the illusion, they would use it to rule.
Yes, to reshape the world in an image more pleasing to them. That is why I sent you to steal their treasure. That is why I keep it locked away. And that is why you kill them. So long as even one survives, so too does their desire to create a new world order. Take your equipment. Seek out this last man. With his death, Robert de Sable will at last be vulnerable.
It will be done.
Safety and peace upon you, Altair.
There we go. Rank 8. So we've got one more target before we can go ahead and work on our last target, which is Robert de Sable, of course. Yeah, the prey mechanic is really handy in lots of ways, you know. It also is a very effective stealth tool. Like sometimes in a location where enemies might be investigative, you can still use it and be completely stealthy if you don't get too close to others sometimes. So not even being able, like being part of a group, you know, will still like award you some advantages, which is nice. There's even like a horse blend mechanic as well, which works quite similar only on the horse. And it will also allow you to be much stealthier and unrecognized. I have watched the DS Assassin's Creed games, but I've never played them actually SD. A couple years ago, when I've done my completionist run over games, I was thinking about including them when I read up on the story, and they've been essentially declared non-canon as far as I'm aware. And also tell like sometimes alternative stories of what's happening, so I didn't want to include them at that point, and gameplay wise it also looked a bit basic, I guess. But who knows, maybe I'm gonna play them at some point. I never got around playing them myself yet. Have you played them, SD? And if so, can you recommend them?
Such wild swings will give your enemy an opening and send you to an early death.
What's going on? What's he running from?
So, what did you think about them, SC? Did you play them? Did you like them? But yeah, so this is actually gonna be the last thing I do for today, because we have 2 targets down, which is actually more than I anticipated we'll be doing today. Given that we had 1 assassination, 1 more extensive modern day part than another assassination. But we did very fast actually with the investigations, so that's why we progressed really fast through the 2 assassinations as well.
Sir, spare some coins, please. Just a few.
Just a few? You'd rather play both of them over Valhalla, but you really hate Valhalla. Fair. You're also gonna spend much less time on, you know, playing through those games and playing through Valhalla, that's for sure. But yeah, I think the next stream of this is definitely gonna be our last one, because there's only 2 more assassinations plus the ending part. So yeah, I think it's not gonna take us longer than 4 hours, 4 or 5 hours or so, which should definitely be doable. It's probably gonna be less actually, because it takes like 1 to 1.5 hours per assassination on average without the hut. So yeah, gonna have more than enough time for the ending as well. Ava Puppet, welcome in. Any part is very long though. Yeah, I mean it's alright I guess. It's like traveling to Asuf, fighting through there, talking to Richard and killing Robert, then going back to Masyaf and finishing that. So I don't think it's gonna take us longer than 1 to 1.5 hours as well, to be honest. Did you like the new AC, Mr. Streamer? And hi. Hey there. Yeah, I enjoyed Mirage. I think Mirage was pretty solid, like gameplay-wise. It was one of my favorite AC games, and it also doesn't rank for me in the upper half of the AC games either. But I think with the resources they had and the time and the engine as well, I think they did a pretty decent job. So, yeah. But I also think that it's definitely good it isn't a full price title, because it isn't enough to be a full price title for me personally. But I mean, they of course very consciously set it to $50, so you know, it's not quite as much to expect as other AC main titles. But for me, it's a title I will probably wait and buy on sale, to be honest, because it's gonna be sold soon enough, and I think. Yeah, like if I wasn't like a big fan of Assassin's Creed, then I would wait until it's like $20 to be honest, and then buy it. No worries, Aura, and I definitely will. Yeah, I'm gonna be playing with Nalun a bit here actually. Yeah, so I haven't played Spider-Man, but from what I've seen from people playing it and from like reviews and everything, like Spider-Man definitely seems like the better buy. I think you're gonna get more for your buck there, like more quality. Ultimately it depends, you know, like what you're looking for. It's always a very subjective thing, of course, like what might be appealing to you personally. But yeah, either way. It's gonna be where I will call it today, with this amazing view here of Masyaf and the mountains. We're gonna be back tomorrow, however we're not gonna be finishing AC1 tomorrow. Tomorrow we're gonna be starting this game, which actually has been in the post earlier. So yeah, finally Cyberpunk arrived, and I'm gonna install it later on the Xbox, and then the plan is to start that tomorrow and make our journey into Night City. And I think then on Thursday we're gonna be jumping back into AC1 to finish the game. So yeah, that is the plan. It does kind of depend how much time I actually have on Thursday. If I don't have that much time, then I might have to postpone AC1 until Friday and finish it then. But yeah, it's gonna be one of the 2 days for sure. But for now, let's head over here and we're gonna have a look to see who's online and who we can raid today. Let's have a look. No worries, Rod, thank you for being here, dude. And yeah, we're progressing really fast through the game. Like, definitely faster than I would on a regular playthrough actually, which is kinda ironic. I guess in a regular playthrough I would also spend more time doing all the investigations, of course, doing all the viewpoints, you know. So just like running into the city and trying to find investigations is actually quite a bit faster. Eva Maxi, you're very soon, thank you for being here, thank you for the lurk. Hope you're having a nice start into the week so far. Catch you next time, Harbinger. Yeah, also want to give some shoutouts before we actually go and raid out here. And I recommend checking out Rod, Maxi, and I'm the Bastard. Rod has been doing a horror month for October. He's currently playing for Alan Wake Remastered, taking a deep dive into the game and trying to do as much as possible in regards to the story as well. He's also been playing all kinds of other horror games like Alien Isolation and also Outlast, to name a few. He's also a big fan of Assassin's Creed. So every weekend, currently every Saturday, you can catch him play some of that. And every Sunday you can catch him play some Tomb Raider as well. So very big fan of both those franchises. Also want to highly recommend checking out Maxi. Maxi is another very fun streamer to watch with lots of different sound and video bits as well. He's also a big fan of Assassin's Creed, has recently finished playing through Mirage on stream. And he's also currently playing through Spider-Man 2, the new one, and has been really enjoying that too. So if you enjoy those kind of games, definitely check that out. He's also been recently starting a Kurosawa mode Lever Plus playthrough on Ghost of Tsushima, so quite the insane challenge there. And also check out I'm the Bastard, who's been playing through the Evil Within on Akumo mode difficulty. He's always someone searching for some kind of challenge often. If it's, Dark Souls, Evil Within, or The Last of Us, always trying like challenging ways of beating the games most of the time. So yeah, definitely check out Rod, Maxi, and I'm the Bastard if you haven't before. Maxi work is busy this week, can only lurk these days. That's totally understandable. I don't blame you, Maxi. I hope you also get some nice breaks every now and then. Or breather. And